Good evening and welcome to Joan Bernard Samuelson Track and Field, and welcome to Freeport Football tonight. Hello everybody, I'm Jay Harper along with Devin Ricker as we bring you this game. The Falcons hosting the Lakers of Lake Region, and Freeport will start kicking off tonight. A beautiful evening here in Freeport. Temperatures in the low 70s as we get set to start this contest. 6 p.m. start. Freeport coming in 1-0, coming off a bye week last week, having played in a couple, and playing Lake Region in a early season game, only game 2 for the Falcons. And Freeport without Gabe Wagner, who had kicked off and kicked extra points for them. He plays soccer, and they're down in York tonight, so unable to kick here for the Falcons tonight. And again, just a perfect evening for football. Temperatures will drop as the sun starts to set here, but they're still expecting it to stay in the 60s throughout the contest. It looks like Ulrichsen will kick off for the Falcons. And again, Freeport, absolutely a fantastic year last year in the developmental double E, or I'm not sure if that was a class, but I think it's E something. They moved up to C this year, and their numbers are up. Their athletes are up. They brought a lot of new athletes onto this field who played other sports, some big rugged kids, and they got the backfield that can play. Short kick, it'll bounce, and squib, chance for the Falcons. Ball loose. Freeport's got it. Cogswell, number 11, comes up with a loose ball. It went the distance, stayed in bounds, and Cogswell beat the receiver to the ball. He outraced River Hofflick to the ball, and the Falcons will start first down and 10 at the 30-yard line. What a fantastic start for Freeport. And they'll bring out the offense again. Last year referred to them as a triple-headed monster, and they got Morris, Benedict, and Ulrichsen, and Panciocco runs the show at quarterback. All these guys with a ton of experience. And they're back. Got a bigger, newer line with some good kids. Panciocco rolling out. He's being chased. Fires out in the flat, wide open, and slipping down on the far side. Let's see. It looks like Ulrichsen. No, excuse me. It's 32, and that's Coleman playing tight end. And Joe Coleman's one of those players I talked about, a new athlete, great basketball player. Going to be he's a junior this year, rugged kid, tall kid, and he's playing both ways, both on tight end and defense for the Falcons. He gets the first reception, a gain of nearly 15 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 down at the 17. They'll go to Ulrichsen, up the middle, a hole, bust into the secondary, touchdown. Adam Ulrichsen right out of the gate, 2 plays, 30 yards, and Freeport up 6-0. Ulrichsen, one of the captains this year, him and Trey Merhammer, and had a fantastic year last year, a senior this year, runs out of the tailback position. And let's see if the Falcons are going to go for 2 here without their sure-footed kicker in Gabe Wagner. But wow, they make it look easy right from the get-go. Not an onside kick, but a well-placed kick, and recovered over there by Justin Cogswell. A rollout by Panciocco, beautiful pass to Coleman, and then kind of the draw, just a straight-up dive up the middle to the tailback. And 17 yards, they go again up the middle. So the handoff was to the big guy in the middle, Colby Petrin. Back up fullback, and he bowls it up the middle, and with 11:30 to play, Freeport 8 and Lake Region yet to touch the ball, even though we kicked off to them. What a beautiful start to this contest. Falcons coming off a big win over Morse 2 weeks ago, easily manhandling the Shipbuilders. And again, Class C, you know, a big jump in a way, but when you bring back the talent they had from last year and a very successful team that only lost 1 game, and you put a bunch of bigger athletes on this squad. They got over 40 players this year, up from 20-something last year. And again, some really diverse athletes coming from other sports. Nice kickoff return, this time brought out to the 38-yard line, and returning that, Brent Massey for the Lakers, and they'll start now, 1st and 10. I'm talking to a few Freeport players today at school, and they say McMurray is a quarterback who likes to run the ball. He'll drop back to pass and then just tuck it in and go, and they said they were most concerned with him and his running ability. So we'll see where they start. They come with a split backfield. Receivers split out wide on both sides. Hand off to the fullback up the middle. A little bit of room, but not much for Sargent. Merhammer, the big guy, nose tackle in the middle. He makes the stop, number 67. Merhammer has had a great start to his senior campaign. Falcons play a 3-4 defense. It's pretty impressive how they line up, and they got some athletes stuffed in the backfield, and Merhammer in there again, along with help. Panenka along with Merhammer in on the stop. Panenka plays inside linebacker along with Ulrichsen. 3rd down and 10 now for Lake Region. They drop back into shotgun formation. Backs on each side. McMurray throws into the flat. It looks like he dropped it, and he would have been short of the 1st down anyway, so it'll bring up a 4th down and 10 and a most likely punting situation for Lake Region. They'll send Trey Morris back to return the punt. Morris has been prolific in his returns in the last couple of years. He had a kickoff return for a touchdown against Morris in the first game of the season. He had one last year when we were here as well. Good snap. Ooh, there was some pressure in there. Good high kick. Morris sails away from him. He's going to let it bounce. And it'll be down right around the 20 at the 19-yard line. So, good punt. 44-yard punt for the Lakers of Lake Region, and the Falcons will start 1st and 10 from their own 19. They've had 2 offensive plays so far. They've accumulated 30 yards in those 2 plays, 1 pass, 1 run. .49 to play, 8-0. Freeport leading here in the 1st quarter. Jay Harper along with Devin Ricker. Andrew Brousseau up here helping with us tonight. It's great to be bringing you this game. Panciocco in a little bit of trouble in the backfield. He's going to be sacked for a loss. He's brought down by a host of players, including number 28, Michael Ross, for Lake Region. Falcons go with Coleman at tight end, Cogswell the wideout, Morris, Benedict, and Ulrichsen in the backfield. Panciocco running the show. Nate Hines the center, Kelly and Doyle the 2 guards, and then Zane Campbell and Noah Larrabee the tackles. Lone back in the backfield, and they'll give to Benedict. Benedict gets outside, got some room, and now he's corralled and taken down after a short gain. Looked like he had some room out there, but nice job by the corner to close in and to corral him for a gain of 2 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and now 12 yards. .35 clock ticking here in the 1st quarter. Falcons having a Beautiful start to this game. Couldn't ask for any better. Now they're facing a 3rd and long and trying to get out of punting deep in their own territory here. Panciocco out of the shotgun. He rolls right. He'll throw into the flat. It's complete, but driven out of bounds, short of the first down. Looks like Coleman again, the receiver, but he's going to come up well short at the 26-yard line, and it'll be 3rd and a long 3 for Freeport. And it looks like they'll opt to punt it away here. Good snap. Morris to punt. Ooh, had to rush it, but he got a nice kick away and away to the sideline. Let it roll as Freeport coaching staff is up here, and it'll be downed. Trey Morris, the punter, had to really rush that one, get it down. Coleman downs it, and Lake Region will get their 2nd possession of the night. Let's try to line up the Falcon defense, and again, this is not 100%. This is the same start as I was given earlier today, but Merriam, the nose tackle, Connor Fox and Trey Morris play defensive ends and this 3-4 defense, and then they got Aiden Mishu, Tony Cassell, Joe Coleman, Danny Cassell at linebackers, and in the backfield they got Caden Bennett, Mishu and Cassell play corners, and then Ulrichsen and Menka play middle linebackers, and then Cogswell and Caden Benedict are their safeties. Bit of a delay, and we're set for 1st and 10. McMurray out of the shotgun. He'll run it. He just tucks and goes, and got a nice run, but a great takedown out there. Looks like Trey Morris ripped him down. Yeah, it was Morris. Nice tackle by the senior. Said McMurray likes to tuck it and run, and that's what he did right there. Run the option play, the pitch out to the side, and that's Sargent. And Sargent taken out of bounds. Careful, don't overzealous on the takedown. Ulrichsen along with Danny Cassell on the tackle for the Falcons. It'll bring up a 3rd down. Just a little more than 5 here, and the clock stops as he goes out of bounds with 7:19 to play in the 1st quarter. Still 8-0 Falcons on a 17-yard touchdown run from Adam Ulrichsen, the senior captain. They got 4 receivers, 2 to each side, out of the shotgun. They fake to Sargent, and the quarterback McMurray keeps it. Oh, he's going to be close. Looks like he dove for it and should have just enough for the 1st down. Well-designed play there for Lake Region. And McMurray has reset his running ability. The extra dive there gets him the 1st down. And again, Lake Region's got some size, there's no doubt. I don't have size and weights of their players, which is unfortunate. Football, that was always mandatory. Height, weight, you need those 2 statistics on the roster, but don't have them tonight. But they got some big linemen up there. The Falcons are not exactly small. Looks like Massey got the carry. Yep. He'll pick up 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7. As the sun starts to set here at Joan Benoit Samuelson Track and Field. Crowd not huge tonight. The girls and boys soccer team playing away. A nice fake there. McMurray keeps. Freeport was fooled. They went for Massey, but McMurray Goes wide and gains 8 yards and another first down. Timeout called by Freeport. 6:11 to play in the opening quarter. Our score, Falcons 8, Lakers 0. We're back here in a moment. Jay Harper, Devin Ricker back with you as we get set for a 1st and 10 for Lake Region. Falcons calling a timeout, trying to calm the defense and get a few words in. Lake Region with a couple of first downs in a row. Inside Falcon territory now, just inside the 45-yard line. Lake Region, McMurray out of the shotgun. He fakes to Massey, looks to throw. Fires a high ball, well covered out there. 2 receivers, 2 defenders, but 1 receiver, and a perfectly thrown ball and a great catch out there. Hoflick with the reception, a well-thrown ball. 2 defenders there for Freeport. Aiden Mishu was out there, and didn't see who the other defender was, but 2 defenders right around him, but the ball just placed perfectly, and Freeport not able to make a play on it. So a big gain there of 22 yards. It sets them up with a 1st and 10 from the 22 of Freeport. McMurray is going to run it up the gut. Murrayhammer has none of that. Taken down with a little help from Ulrichsen. Connor Fox also in on that play. So a short gain of 1. 2nd and 9 now. Holland split wide to the left. Big, tall tight end. Hoflick on this side. McMurray trying to get wide. He gets the corner, but then beautiful takedown out there. Wow, what a beautiful play by Aiden Mishu. And a loss of a yard on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 10. McMurray looked like he was corralled in. He got to the outside. Looked like he had a chance to get some yardage, and then Mishu just had none of that. Beautiful low tackle, taking his legs out. Mishu, another just absolute athlete, can jump, run, great leaper in basketball, and this team is definitely talented. There's no doubt this team could potentially run the table again this year in Class C. Long delay here on the sideline, not sure. They're going to have to call a timeout because the play clock's going to, yep, and Lake Region does call a timeout. That would have been a delay of game if it wasn't. 4:14 remaining in the quarter. 8-0 with the Falcons leading, but Lake Region on the go here. A nice drive they've mounted, and looking at a 3rd and a little more than 10. Not the easiest, and again, a decent crowd here tonight. Cheerleaders around, and crowd slowly growing. You see the cheerleaders down below. But again, with a lot of the other teams also in action tonight, not the huge crowd we're used to. Again, another fantastic fall season for Freeport last year, just phenomenal. The girls team in soccer were unbelievable. So were the field hockey team, and the boys went to the state finals in soccer. Football team won the Class E title, and a good run for the golf team, and cross country. It just goes on, and all these teams are right back at it and doing fantastic again. Field hockey with a big win last night against Freiburg, one of the teams that they're really vying for that higher seed against. They tied them 1-1 a couple weeks ago, beat them 3-1 here at home. And soccer had a tough 1-0 loss. The boys team against Yarmouth. Girls won 1-0 against Yarmouth, and they're playing York today. 3rd and 10 now out of the shotgun. McMurray rolls right. He's got some room to run. He'll throw it instead. Nice throw. Oh, dropped. Looked like he totally had control of that and then lost it. Was Holland. Isaac Holland would have been short of the 1st down, but he would have set up a 4th and 2 rather than now a 4th and 10. Perfect throw by McMurray, and Holland looked like he hauled it in, but as he brought it back down, he coughed it up. Not a catch. And now 4th and 10. The Falcons defense trying to hold here. O'Flick and Holland split to this side of the field. Crowd gets a little loud. Shotgun formation. McMurray going to the sole coverage on the other side. The ball up and played nicely there. Tough to see who was defending there. Danny Cassell on the defense. Very smart. Waited for the ball, went up, knocked it down. And Freeport will take over on downs at their own 22-yard line, leading 8-0. But this Lake Region team, I just like what they saw from them. They're not bad. They got some size, and the quarterback does look sharp. He's a senior. He can run it and throw it. And the Falcons now trying to put together a second drive. Their second drive of the game resulted in a 3-and-out punt. The first went 30 yards. Panciocco kind of looked like a miss handoff or miscue in the backfield, and he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 10 now. And credit Chaplin for Lake Region with the tackle, number 70, senior. Run a toss to the wide side. They got some blocking out there. Good block on the corner. Oh my. Morris pancaked. And Ulrichsen a gain of 32 yards. Well, they mark him back a little bit, so a gain of 30 yards. But I believe it was Trey Morris with a beautiful block out on the edge. He just laid out the defender. Beautiful block, just catching him on his shoulder pad. And allowed Ulrichsen to bust it wide. And the Falcons inside Lake Region territory for the 2nd time tonight. They're going to run the toss again. This time it's Benedict. Benedict cuts it up. He'll get 3. A good pickup. Let's see where they spot him. Looks like they spot him for a gain of only 2. The Falcons offensive line trying to open up the holes. Again, both Doyle and Kelly are new additions to the line this year for Freeport. Coleman new at the tight end position. Double slots. Morris in motion. Good tackle on the outside. Ulrichsen the carry again. O'Flick on the stop. Lake Region player down. He's looks like he's in a lot of pain. We'll take a break. 2:05 to play in the first quarter. Back in a moment. Joshua Cross, number 52, the senior, limps off under his own power. Looks like he might have rolled an ankle. Falcons looking at a big 3rd down here. 3rd and a long 4. But inside Lake Region territory, a chance if they can gain a couple of positive yards, could go for it on 4th down. Cogswell comes split to the near side. Morris as well. They're going to throw. They're throwing the screen out to the far side. Benedict with a hole. Breaks. Rolls. Good move. Caden Benedict down the sideline. He's gone. Touchdown. Beautiful job. He hit the would-be tackler, rolled off it, and then just sprinted down the far sideline. And the Falcons with another big play. 42-yard screen pass. And Freeport goes up 14-0, and we'll see what they have in store for the 2-point conversion try that looks like they'll go to again. What a great run. And again, this backfield, so good, so talented. You got Benedict, Ulrichsen. We haven't really seen Morris yet, and I'm sure he'll be heard from before this is over. But a nicely laid out screen, and then Benedict doing the rest. He got hit just after he had gained the first down. We're running a toss to the far side. Ulrichsen trying to get in, cuts in beautifully. Nice block out on the edge. Who got the block there? I think it was Coleman. It was Joseph Coleman with a beautiful block on the edge. And Ulrichsen reads the block, cuts inside. Easy two-point conversion at 16-0 with a minute 52 to play here in the first quarter. It's pretty exciting to see this team, and again, all the weapons and the offensive line has gotten so much better since last year. Not that they were bad last year, but it's just an improved offensive line. There's no two ways about it. And they got guys on the sidelines that could go in and fill some of these guys if they need a blow or if something were to happen and they got injured. I mean, it's impressive. And again, to see these numbers, we've been waiting for several years now to see Freeport's football numbers grow, and they're finally happening. And again, you can't say enough about the turf and the field here and what that does for kids and wanting to play here under the lights. Oh, beautiful kick by Morris. He booms it over the head, picked up down at the 5-yard line and brought back out to about the 14, 15. I think it was Benedict who got the tackle on that. Give it down below. They say it was Cassell. It's hard to tell from here way across the field, but a great coverage by the kick team and a beautiful kickoff by senior Trey Morris. And Lake Regional start trailing by 16 at their own 17-yard line. Handoff up the gut, and they'll grind forward for a gain of about 3. It'll be Sargent. The sun now just falling behind the trees over off 295. Still temperatures near perfect. Most people in shorts. This beautiful weather is rumored to continue for another week. McMurray on the keeper. He'll get a good 5, but he'll come up short. He'll be up 3rd down and 2 now for Lake Region. Let's see what the Falcons dial up here on defense. McMurray goes under center. 2 backs in the backfield. He drops it, fumbled, loose, but he picks it up and gets the first down. The fumble helped him there because the defense was firing in. Benedict brings down McMurray, but he picks up 5 yards and a first down out to the 30-yard line. Good job by the senior quarterback finding the ball after he dropped it and again allowed him to squirt off the right side. Winding down here in the first quarter, and it doesn't look like Lake Region's in a hurry to get the play in. Maybe they are. Let's see. They come out to line. Still 15 seconds remaining in the quarter. Double receivers on both sides. One lone back. McMurray's going to keep it. Darts in the middle. Nice gain. That's the end of the quarter. Benedict again on the stop, as Caden's been in a lot of action here in the last few minutes. But at the end of 1 quarter of play, Freeport 16, Lake Region yet to score. You're watching Freeport High School football on Freeport's Educational Channel 14. We're back here with the second quarter in just a moment. Jay Harper and Devin Ricker back with you as we get set for second quarter action here out of the shotgun. The handoff up the middle. Massey fights forward. He'll get a couple, but be short of the first down. Bring up another 3rd and short for Lake Region. They trail 16-0. Here with touchdowns from Mishu and Benedict. Lake Region sends the big guy Holland to the near side of the field. They'll run the draw to Massey, and Massey looks like he'll have enough. Going behind their big offensive line. They got some big boys up front, and a beautiful job at just plowing the Freeport defense back. Freeport's not exactly a small team, but when you look size-wise at Lake Region's front as opposed to Freeport's front, they are much, much bigger. Merhammer definitely stacks up for Freeport well with their big boys up front. But number 76 for Lake Region, Aiden Foster, he's a junior, but he's got to be 6'3", 6'4", and about 280. And he's hiking the ball, yeah, and he just blew back, and Merhammer got double teamed. Merhammer was double teamed by Dante Adams and they were able to blow Merhammer back, but his teammates rallied around him. Second down and 12. Murray sets a quick step back and throws it up the sideline. Beautiful throw. Looks like it was caught. The receiver out battling the corner. So a nice pass, one-step drop by McMurray, airs it out. A gain of 25 on the play. They'll set up a 1st and 10 now. The ball at the 33 of Freeport. They run a counter, and the counter gets 2 or 3 in the middle. Isaac Rawson, number 37, on the carry. He's a junior. Lake Region's had some success both on the ground and in the air, but Freeport able to stiffen up when it got down inside the red zone on the last possession. Trying to do the same here as Lake Region once again has moved the ball down the field. Handoff for the big hole out the side. Wow, what a beautiful tackle. Benedict right in and just knifing out the legs of Teague. Teague will get 3, but that could have gone for a lot of yardage right there. Gabe Benedict right now on defense has been fantastic in the great screen pass and catch for 40-plus yard touchdown run. He's having himself a ball game here tonight. And that brings up a 3rd and a long 5, almost 6 now for Lake Region. They go out of the shotgun. McMurray with one back next to him. He fakes. He's going to try to run it himself. Trying to hide in there. Doesn't get through. Connor Fox with a nice play there as he stifles that run from McMurray. It'll go for a gain of maybe a half a yard. It'll be 4th down now and 5 for Lake Region. Let's see what Lake Region coach Mike Shea dial up here. Again, 2 receivers on each side of the field. One back. Ooh, could have got called for a jump there. Oh my goodness, another great catch, but Freeport's defensive secondary there to wrap him up and take him down. Another great catch by Holland as he leaped up and snared it out of the air. Nice play out there on the side by Tony Cassell. Some help by Michoud out there too. Aiden Michoud and Tony Cassell with good stops after another nice pass, but boy, they locked in on that. Handoff Ulrichsen, wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. Nice play there by Nick Hall for Lake Region. Stop him for a very short gain, less than a yard. It'll be second down, and we'll say 9. Again, another well-sustained drive by Lake Region, but they can't come up with it when they get down near the red zone of the Falcons. And Freeport with a host of players really contributing and playing extremely well. Benedict on both sides of the ball tonight, having a great game. They run a toss to the outside, and not much there for Ulrichsen. No gain on the play. Lake Region toughening up here. Freeport's going to come with something a little bit different. They're going to throw a wrinkle at him. They're trying to go wide, and right now that's not working. Cogswell splits to the far side along with Trey Morris. To the near side is Ulrichsen. Benedict the lone back in the backfield. Panciocco fakes to Benedict, rolls left, looking to throw, fakes. Now he'll fire it. Good throw! Oh, bounces off. The defender came in front, and Coleman couldn't corral it. Good throw, though, and right dialed in, but just enough by the defender to throw Coleman off. And it'll be 4th and long, and Freeport will send out the punting unit. Trey Morris will come in and do the kicking chores. 6:18 to play in this half, and clock stops with the incomplete pass. Morris was under heavy pressure last time. He had to hurry up and get it off, but he got a pretty good punt off. Some pressure again. Ooh, this one comes off the right of his foot. Oh, but it stays in. Going to get a favorable roll. And it goes down out of bounds at the 46 of Lake Region. Well, they'll start 1st and 10, trailing by 16. Lake Region will take over again. They start from their own 46-yard line, still trailing by 2 touchdowns. They've had some success moving the ball in between the 20s, but they can't penetrate the red zone defense. McMurray rolls out. Pressure, gets hit as he unloads, but a great ball down the middle. Hoflick and Massey both in the area. Both receivers were coming open, but the hit by Fox maybe threw the throw off of McMurray by a little bit as he just overthrew the intended receiver. 2nd down and 10. That'll stop the clock with 6:02 to play in the half. Ball on the near hash. The Region sends Ross to the near side. They got triple receivers to the far side. Out of the shotgun again, McMurray. Sets up, airs it out. Receiver wide open out to the far side. No coverage there as 2 defenders were both covering the other receiver to the near side, and Oliver Holland, but luckily the ball thrown a little wide and out of bounds. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 10 now for Lake Region. Little confusion there by the Freeport secondary as they had 3 receivers out to the far side. The first time Lake Region has showed that look. 3rd down and 10 now. McMurray, Sargent, the lone back in the backfield. Double tight ends. Receiver split to each side. Pressure right in. He flails it out into the flat. Boy, that was a dangerous pass. That could have been picked for 6, but good defense out there by the Falcons. Ulrichsen out there. And that'll bring up a 4th and 10, and most likely a punting situation for Lake Region with the ball inside their own territory. Still 5:46 remaining in the first half. And they will bring the big guy Holland in to do the punting chores. Morris drops back for Freeport. Dangerous return, man. If you can get down. High snap. Pressure in. Oh, punch straight up in the air. Get away. Oh, my God. Freeport's trying to catch it. They catch it. Oh, my. Coleman first-year football player, maybe coaches up here get away from it. Usually don't try to do that. But Coleman caught it and maybe got a yard or two out of it. But good pressure in on the punter, Holland. He kicked it straight in the air, a -6 on the punt. And Freeport will start 1st and 10 from Lake Region's 39-yard line. Offensive line really being taxed. They've done a great job, but they're going up some big boys on defense themselves. Falcons start with double slots. And now they'll bring Morris in motion. They fake to him, hand to Benedict. Benedict, nice spin move, but not much room in the middle. He'll get a couple. Gain of 2 on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 8. They spot him all the way down to 36, an extra yard, so 2nd and 7. Nate Hines, the junior at center, done a nice job, both snapping in the shotgun and blocking up front. Benedict, the lone back in the backfield this time. Panciocco fires out into the flat. He's got his receiver. Nice move out there. Good cut. And he's gone. Aiden Mishu. Another short pass with the back doing all the work. One defender there. He made a beautiful move and just breezed down the sideline. A 36-yard completion. Panciocco was racking up his passing totals with little short pass routes, and then the receivers doing the work. And a beautiful play again. You add Mishu into the mix as another back that has the skills to break it. Freeport has gone for 2 each time so far. It looks like they'll stay with that. And a timeout called by Freeport with 4:39 to play in the half, and they lead 22-0 and going for 2 here. Get a look at the timeout huddle. Falcons coach St. Pierre talking to his offense. And again, they've played very, very well tonight, but Lake Region, very formidable team. And I think Freeport just shows how good they are to be leading 22-0 here against a very solid team. Well-designed play there, just a little screen. Mishu took a step forward, step back. Panciocco fired to him. He made the catch. One defender flying at him, dodged him, and then just down the sideline. They're going to look to throw here. Throwing out into the corner. Wide open. Mishu again. So Aiden Mishu, the junior, gets all 8 points there. So 24-0 here with still 4:39 to play in the half. Pretty impressive. And again, Ulrichsen, Benedict, and now Mishu all playing big roles and scoring with big offensive plays. Morris, we've yet to see contribute with his runs, but boy, he's had some great kicks, and he's pancaked a couple of people on blocks out on the wide sides of the field, supporting the sweeps. But if you're Lake Region right now and you've played this first half and you think you've played pretty well, which in essence they really have, and you're down 24-0. Got to be a bit disheartening right now for them, as they'll try to mount a final drive here before the half and try to get on the board. Morris with a lining kick, another good one. If it stays in bounds, it does. No. It had a little bit of a whib on it, so that'll be a penalty, and I believe they'll bring it up to the 35 or 40. Nice lining kick by Morris, but it just had a little bit of spin on it and just rolled out of bounds, as the return man was smart not to pick it up. Yeah, and they'll spot it at the 35-yard line on the penalty when the ball goes out of bounds on a kick. And they'll start with enough clock, but 65 yards to pay dirt, and the Falcons will bring the defense back out. Murray will go under center this time. Runs the counter play to the other side, and Massey, no room over there. He's racked up right at the line of scrimmage. Out of the shotgun, McMurray has time, dodges a defender, finds room, throws into traffic. Oh my goodness. Oh no. We get a flag. I'm not sure that there was any kind of pass interference there. The ball touched him and he was hit right as the ball touched him. And they're going to call pass interference, I believe, on Freeport. Looks like a good defensive play by the Falcons. That'll be a 15-yard penalty and a first down for Lake Region. Gonna bring it out to midfield. Clock stops with 3:45 to play in the half. McMurray will go back into shotgun formation. McMurray keeps, tries to find room off the left side, gets a couple, that's it. Benedict again on the stop, as he's had a great game on both sides of the ball here tonight, especially on the defense. Clock moving. Lake Region doesn't seem to be in any hurry, not wanting to give the Falcons any time if they don't convert. Falcons really bunch up the defense, and timeout call by Lake Region. 3 minutes. Lake Region back from the timeout, looking at a 3rd down and 8 at Freeport's 48-yard line. McMurray in the shotgun. Pressure coming, unloads, a nice ball, good defense out there, and just overthrows Holland, and Freeport defenders were there. Almost interception by Cogswell. It'll be 4th down now and 8 yards, and let's see if Lake Region dares to go for it here. Down 24, still 2:55 to play, but if they don't convert, Freeport will have enough time and good field position to try to put one more up on the board. They do line up to go for it here. Holland comes to the near side of the field. Murray out of the shotgun. It looks like he's going to try to run it. He does. He's got the room, and the flag comes out. Ooh, And that could be a holding call against Lake Region. That's in that area. Hard to imagine any other call there. Yep. And that'll negate a nice run by McMurray in first down. So they'll be looking at 4th and long now, and they'll most likely have to punt. That's a spot foul, though. We'll see where they... Yeah, the foul looks like it happened at the 44-yard line, so it'll take them back from there. Yeah. 2 penalties against Lake Region, so Freeport push it back, and Lake Region now will have to kick it away. And the last punt went straight in the air, a -6. Freeport now in good position. You would assume. I say 3rd down? I thought that was 4th down, that they just went for it. All right, maybe it's 3rd down, so that's why they're still going for it. Excuse me, I thought it was 4th. Murray will go back into shotgun. And they'll look to air it out. Freeport's defense playing deep. It's thrown out to the wing, and no receivers out there now. It'll be 4th down and very long. 23 yards, 4th and 23, and Lake Region will have to definitely kick here. The clock stopped at 2:21. It'll definitely give Falcons enough time if they can just get back. Haven't heard from Morris yet in a big offensive way. Let's see if he's got something here. Good snap. A high kick. Does he have time to play it? No, he just backs away again. Huh. Not sure why he's not trying to get those. But the good bounce all the way down to the 16, and Freeport with 2 minutes left would have to get something positive quickly here. Still 24-0 as we're winding down here in the first half. Falcons look to improve to 2-0 on the season. They had a big win over Morris to start the year. Falcons, after their timeout, set up 1st down and 10. Ball at their own 16-yard line. Got to be careful here, not too brave. They're out of the shotgun. I'm kind of surprised at that. Let's see if they run the sweep. They do. They run the sweep. Oh, big hole. There it is, up the middle. Look out. Morris, we've been talking about him, and they're not going to catch him. Trey Morris to the house. Ha! I was just talking to the coaching staff up here with Chad Benedict, wondering why that he was running away from the punts. I said they're telling him to do that, just let it bounce and get away from it to be safe. But we also knew that we hadn't heard from him yet, and wow. Again, kickoffs and punt returns, the kid can fly. He found that hole, and again, one player got his hands on him, and he broke the tackle, and then you're not going to catch that kid. Just love watching him play. And so now we've heard from all 4. And again, Mishu finding his way into the mix. The 300 monster has grown to 4 now with Aiden Mishu, again, another absolute stud athlete. And 84 yards for Morris. They go up the gut, and it looks like they convert the 2 points there too. Who got that one? Petrin or Petrin, they're pronouncing it. I've always called that Petrin, but PA announcer Mike Salisbury saying Petrin, and maybe that's how he pronounces it. I apologize if I wasn't aware, but Colby now has 2 PATs. the big fullback coming in on the PATs, and just like that, 32-0. My goodness. And again, been waiting for Morris to make his mark and bring in a contribution, and what a beautiful play. The reverse, as he came in motion, Panciocco handed it to him on his way by. He busted that side with just unbelievable acceleration. And then one defender, as he busted it up the middle, got his hand on him around the 45. He shook off that tackle, and when Lyman, it looked like for a second, was going to give him a little bit of a race, but there's no way. And Morris goes 84 yards, and the Falcons now. Good return for Lake Region. A minute 45 still left. What a half. Ulrichsen got it started on a 17-yard run. Then it was Benedict on a little screen pass, and he broke a tackle out of the flat, rolled off the tackle beautifully, spun away, and I'm trying to remember that. I think that was like 36, 37-yard touchdown pass and catch. And then they got Mishu on the far side. Again, a quick screen, about the same, 30 yards. And then Morris, 84-yard sweep. And just unbelievable. Fumble in the backfield, and oh, what a nice play there. Benedict again, my God. Murhammer, Benedict. Caden Benedict having a game. Panenko came up with it. There's still a minute 39, and the Falcons can pull it up on the board. They might not even have to come out in the second half. Crazy, but what a nice hit by Benedict. Oh my, laid him out. I didn't see the ball come out. Looked like he just laid him out, and it was thrown for a loss on the play. Freeport comes out, I formation. I got a flag down on the field. I'm pretty sure the runner was down, but they might say he fumbled it, and Ulrichsen was stretching out. It looked like his knees were down. They should have ruled him down by contact, but we'll see what the officials. Game's getting a little sloppy here near the end. First half was cruising along, but officials with a long discussion here. No word yet. Holding on the offense. They decline it, and they say it's a fumble. I'm sure if there was replay, you'd see that Ulrichsen's knees were down before he put the ball on the turf. He was going down and trying to stretch out. He fumbled as he was stretching out, trying to just put the ball forward. It'll be 1st and 10 for Lake Region. Ball at their own 29-yard line. Murray in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the wide. Rolls right. Has some room. Good block out there. Looks like he's going to try to keep it. He gets grabbed and pulled out of bounds. It'll stop the clock. I don't think Lake Region has any more timeouts. Call it 7. 2nd and 7 now for the Lakers. They trail 32-0. Blitzkrieg by the Falcons. Murray breaks a couple of tackles. Almost gets back to line of scrimmage, but he'll lose a yard. Tony Cassell, one of the players there for Freeport. Again, as it gets dark here, it's really hard to see numbers out on the field, because we're in the dark looking out onto the lighted field. It's not the easiest. Murray's going to throw, has time, down the sideline, receiver there, and up again. They've done a nice job. Any of the jump balls, if you will, there's 2 players there to fight for it. Lake Region receivers are getting their hands on it first. They haven't always come down with it, but they've come down with a couple of big ones and nearly come down with a couple more. That'll stop the clock. 46 seconds. 4th and 8 now for Lake Region. Region late to get into their formation. Just get it off before the play clock is ended. Bomb out there, and at this point he shouldn't catch it, but he does. And let's see what Danny Cassell can do. Cutting back the other way, still on his feet. Can he get some blocks? No. Oh, there comes the flag. I was going to say, in plays like this, you tend to have some flags. Again, on a 4th down play, Cassell could have just knocked it down, and it would have been Freeport's ball way back at the 31-yard line. But again, hard for a youngster to see a ball coming at him and a chance to intercept. And he almost got it back there, but with the penalty now, most likely against Freeport, it'll push you back. Could have saved another 10 seconds on the clock as well. It takes a lot of discipline to do that. See the ball and know it's 4th down, and just knock it down. We're going to have the ball way back there. But 28 seconds and most likely an illegal block. And Freeport now can hopefully just take a knee and head into locker room up 32 at the half. No sense in even trying anything. Just Freeport will get the kickoff to start the 2nd half too. As you remember, they kicked off and recovered the kickoff when it went off to a side where no defenders were, and Cogswell got there first. Freeport will try something. A little toss out in the flats. Goes incomplete. Intended for Trey Morris, a little high. The sun setting and got some beautiful orange sky over there. We'll give you a shot of as we close up the half here. Let's see what Freeport, yeah, they'll take the knee. 32-0 at the half. And Freeport will take the knee and head to the locker room with a convincing, amazing first half. Look at that sunset over there, looking over at 295 off of this beautiful new facility, Joan Benoit Samuelson Track and Field. And Freeport, again, just the money players that they got. Great defense, big plays, and again, Panciocco does what he has to do, man. He distributes the ball, and no long passes today, but his short passes have done some good things, and the Falcons lead by 32. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with our 2nd half action here in just a bit. Welcome back to Joan Benoit Samuelson Track and Field. Jay Harper along with Devin Ricker. Andrew Brousseau up here with us as we get set for 2nd half action. Falcons leading 32-0. A extremely impressive first half by the Falcons. And as we said, they get the ball to start the second half because Lake Region did not recover the opening kick. And it was almost an onside kick. And Lake Region tries to do something similar as they kick it off to that side, but it goes out of bounds. And Freeport will start 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. The rule is that if you're up by 35 points or more, the clock doesn't stop for incomplete passes or penalties. They just let the clock run, and Freeport up 32 now. If they can score in this opening drive, then could get the clock to run and just try to cruise to victory here. But again, Lake Region is not a bad team, and not by the eyes that I'm watching from up here. They look solid. Freeport has just played a fantastic game here tonight, and we knew Freeport was good this year, moving up to Class C from Class E, and they're proving it tonight. And again, the three now four-headed monster has all been heard from. It was Ulrichsen, Benedict, Michoud, and Morris, all getting touchdowns and all on significant plays. Morris 84 yards. They hand off to Ulrichsen, and he'll break off the right side for a gain of nearly 5. Ulrichsen, the captain, the senior, he has been a stud for 3 years now. I remember going to games when they played out at the old Pownell field as a sophomore. He was just burning up yards as the tailback. He continues to do that, but he's got so many weapons that doesn't get the attention or all the carries that maybe he would hope. But if I know Adam, he's a very generous and team player. He's fine as long as the team's winning and doing well. They'll go the toss as they'll try to use up Ulrichsen, trying to get wide. Doesn't quite get the corner, dragged down for a gain of about a yard. It'll be 3rd and 5. Freeport's had some success out wide, but they've also broken them off tackle. And of course, Morris's run was the motion man in sweep as he came across behind Panciocco, handed off, and he got that corner. And boy, once he turned the corner, he was off. Broke one tackle and then to the house. 84-yard touchdown. A couple of 30-yard screen passes, touchdowns to Benedict and Michoud, and then Ulrichsen started the game with a 17-yard run off left tackle. And they've converted all 4 two-point conversions. They'll run the toss out wide, some room. Can he get the corner? Nice job, Benedict. Knew what he needed, busted for it, dove out of bounds, picks up the first down, gain of 8. Caden Benedict just having a superb night offensively, defensively, really playing outstanding football and just so heads up there. He saw he had the corner, just bursted and dove out of bounds, making sure he picked up the first down. And a big first down, moves the chains and gets Freeport into Lake Region territory. Again, the offensive line doing a stellar job tonight. Hines, Doyle, Kelly, Campbell, and Larrabee. And we have a flag. Delay of game. Yeah, the coach is up here, not sure how that possibly happened. Doesn't seem possible, as must have started that clock quick when Benedict went out of bounds. Freeport unaware, so they'll face a 1st and 15 now, back inside their own territory. You're watching Freeport's Educational Channel 14 and Falcon football, first broadcast of the year. Only their 2nd game of the season. They had a bye last week and Dirigo folded, and coaches were just telling me that handoff up the gut. It's like Petrin or Petrin. Petrin gets 5 back, so it'll set up a 2nd down and 10. But they only have 6 games during the regular season, which is just way too few. They got a bye, and then Dirigo folded as a team, so they're not playing them, and that's not a lot of football. But most likely a playoff berth, and we'll see what they can do in Class C playoffs. Certainly this team looks prepared to do well if they can stay healthy. Ulrichsen in motion. They go to Petrin again, a big guy. Oh, puts his shoulder down. We got another flag coming in. Face mask on Lake Region. Again, don't want to see a lot of penalties in a lopsided score, but obviously you got to call a face mask. This game was cruising along for a while, but late in the second half, penalties, a lot of passes, and incomplete passes stopping the clock. Not a first down. I don't know how that. Usually that's a 15-yard, and we're going to have motion now on Freeport. So 3 penalties in a row. Not the way you want to be trying to get through a second half when you're up 32. We'll call motion on the Falcons. Three consecutive penalties. Oh, another freaking motion penalty. Are you kidding me? And Panciocco drops the ball. Luckily gets on it. That should have stopped the play. He moved before the ball was snapped. That should have been a dead ball foul. By the looks of it, they're not calling it a dead ball foul. Four penalties in a row now. And again, the player jumped before the ball was snapped, so I'm not sure why the play wasn't blown dead. But instead, Lake Region declines the penalty, takes the loss as Panciocco fumbled the ball and then got back on it. They'll run a sweep to the left, and Ulrichsen will get back to the original first down marker. It'll set up a 4th and 10, I believe. Or is that 3rd? No. Well, down a little more than 10. Let's see what the Falcons choose to do here. Looks like they're going to punt it. Morris drops back. Oh, get at it. Cogswell down there. It'll stop at the 10. Justin Cogswell down there, first on it. He's got some speed, so Falcons were moving, and penalties cost them. And Lake Region will take over inside their own 10, trailing 32-0, 8:13 to play in the 3rd quarter. Jay Harper along with cameraman Devin Ricker here for his initial broadcast. Freeport girls soccer winning 2-0 over York. That just announced. And they're undefeated on the season so far. McMurray will fire it out in the flat. Finds a receiver, but quick takedown out there. Which Cassell was out there. Danny Cassell, a gain of only 3 on the play. Good news, he stayed in bounds and caught the ball, and the clock moves. We're looking for just the clock continue to run. And again, if they get a 35-point lead, the clock will intentionally not be stopped. But as of now, just 32. Handoff up the middle, a big hole. Lots of running room and a first down. Ross, the carrier, he picks up 17 yards on the play. And a draw up the middle, a gain of nearly 5. The big guy Holland comes split to the near side. Doubles on both sides of the field. Shotgun formation. McMurray fakes, looks to run himself. Gets out in a little hole and is breaking some tackles. And he's into the secondary, still going. Ooh, good block there. .28 for Lake Region. Got a comeback block. Michael Ross laid out. Let's see who it is. Who it is as he's down on the field for Freeport. As he turned to chase after him, Ross was coming back the other way from being up the field and put a huge hit on the Falcon defender, and can't spot from here who it is. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back in a minute. That was Aiden Mishu who was shaken up on the play. He came off under his own power. 1st and 10 for Lake Region. Clock starts to move, head toward the 6-minute mark. Some running room for Lake Region, although the Falcons string it out. And they take nice play there by Joe Coleman as he rides him out of bounds. Sargent on the carry. Couldn't get the corner. No gain on the play, but the bad news is he goes out of bounds to stop the clock. 6:03 to play in the 3rd quarter. Still 32-0. Falcons leading. Looking to improve to 2-0. Massey off the right side. Gain of about 2, maybe 3. Shotgun, McMurray will keep dodging, dancing in the middle. Merhammer has him. He breaks loose. Ball comes free. Falcons might have it. No. Lake Region able to recover. Cameron LePage, 57, looked like he got on it. McMurray was trying to break away from Merhammer, and Merhammer held on. He ripped away, and the ball came free, but unfortunately, Falcons unable to get on it. Oh, there's a penalty down. And it's against Lake Region. Big penalty. Holding on them. The clock is continuing to move here, so I'm not sure. A lot of times that can happen if the other team says to the officials, Team that's trailing says let it run. But the clock has run through all this penalty, which normally is not the case. It's now 3rd and 20 for Lake Region. McMurray out of the shotgun. High snap. Fields it. Pressure coming in. Eludes it. Gets ripped and hauled down. Murhammer, the big guy, coming in and taking down McMurray for a loss of nearly 10 on the play. That'll bring up a 4th and a whole bunch of real estate. Murhammer with a great secondary rush. He didn't get there first. We came off the edges. It looked like it was Coleman and Morris maybe getting there. McMurray dodged them, but he couldn't dodge the big guy. Trey Murhammer with a sack and another tackle for Freeport. And they'll bring out the punting unit. Clock moving and heading towards a 3-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter. Short kick off to the side, but takes another big bounce. Excuse me. So the Falcons will take over at their own 27-yard line, still leading 32-0, and 2:53 remaining in the 3rd quarter. There's some room on the corner. Ulrichsen makes the corner. A gain of about 17 on the play, but pushed out of bounds. That time, Freeport able to get the corner there. This coaching staff for Freeport has been working long and hard to develop this program, and looks like they're definitely on their way in the last couple of years now. The numbers are there, and got a lot of younger kids still. There's some really talented seniors they're going to lose after this year, but they got a great crop still as the sophomores and juniors. Panciocco on the toss. They go wide to Benedict. Benedict teamed out to the outside. He'll get taken down for a loss of a yard on the play. But the clock, as he stays in bounds, keeps moving. His 2nd down now in 11. Nice throw on the flat, complete. Looks like Benedict. Gain of 20 on the play. Just another nice play. Panciocco has definitely keeps maturing and developing. He's not asked to do a ton, but the things he does do, he does extremely well. Beautiful pass there. Great catch by Benedict, and they roll out 20, stays in bounds. Clock continues to move as we head down to 1:30 to play in the 3rd quarter. The Falcons trying to put this one away. Touchdown here, and it would be pretty much official at that point. Panciocco fakes, dotting around, good little move, gets outside, gets the corner. Panciocco, beautiful job. He gains 15 yards and a 1st down to the 20-yard line. He made a nice move inside, got himself outside. He's a junior. Benedict's a junior. Michaud's a junior. Coleman, a junior. Most of that offensive line are juniors. The defense got a bunch of sophomores and juniors on it. Obviously, Ulrichsen and Murham are the captains, seniors. But this team's still pretty young. Pretty talented. Handoff up the middle, big hole. And nearly 10 there. Didn't see who got the handoff. It might have been Benedict again. It was. He gets nearly 10, just shy. But again, the clock moves, and Freeport now second and 1 just outside the 10-yard line. Great play calling here too. Real diverse of this coaching staff. Paul St. Pierre, the head coach. The assistants, Chad Benedict, Tim Doughty, Jim McClendon, and John St. Pierre. Second and short. This could be the last play of the quarter. And they're going to throw it. Well, Pansienko holds it. Oh! Perfect throw in and out of the hands, and it's not the last play of the quarter because incomplete pass. Coleman had to go in and out of his hands that time. No defender really to thwart that one away. The other one he missed went through his hands, but he had a defender flash his hand right in front of it. This time, good job by Anthony Pansienko, the quarterback, to hold on to it and wait for Coleman to come more open. But it's going to set up a 3rd down and 1 now. Falcons willing to gamble there at 2nd and 1. And now they'll come with the power offense. 2 plays to pick up a yard. Let's see what they come with. The big guy in the middle will fight for the 1st down. And that'll eat up the rest of the first half here. Falcons now will switch sides of the field, leading 32-0. So a stalemate in the 3rd quarter, with the Falcons, though, knocking at the door here. And it'll be a 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. We'll take a break. Our score, Falcons of Freeport 32, Lakers of Lake Region 0. You're watching Freeport Football on Freeport's educational Channel 14. Back with the 4th quarter here in just a minute. Welcome back. Jay Harper with you as we get set for 4th quarter action. The Falcons with it, 1st and goal from the 5. And they come out with Petrins at the fullback. Ulrichsen shifts into slot formation. They go to the big guy, breaks off the right side. The senior fighting for the goal line. He's down close, but they're going to hold him up just short as they continue to fight here. And again, the Falcons are trying to punch one in here and let the clock run for a while, because once it gets past the 32, they'll let this clock continue to tick, no matter incomplete passes or not. Another outstanding drive here by Falcons coaching staff and quarterback Pansienko running the show, doing a little bit of everything. And again, this Falcon offense, they have some weapons. My goodness. Once again, the offensive line doing a fantastic job. But boy, do they have some talent. It'll be 2nd and goal now. Ball just inside the 3. They go off the left side this time. And it is another touchdown. Colby Petrin now adds to his 2 2-point conversions. And he is a big load, a backup fullback. Spells, and they go up now 38-0. They'll go for 2 here. Petrin, a senior, and he's the Falcons are 4 for 4 so far, looking for 5 for 5 on the PATs. Can they keep it perfect? They'll run a toss. Defender out there, and not this time. Looked like Holland broke in there and ripped down. So it's 38-0, and the clock will run as long as they can keep this lead here. And the Falcons will come back out to kick off. And their first PAT that was stopped by Lake Region. They had been 4 for 4. So the Falcons now have 5 touchdowns. 5 different players have scored touchdowns. They have 4 PATs with 3 players scoring the PATs. Petrid now the leading scorer. He has 10 points on the night. A touchdown and 2 PATs. So Colby Petrin, the senior, number 43, having himself a ball game. His have been short, but he's been effective. Some room up the middle. Chance for Lake Region. They break free. And a nice job with the tackle. First and 10 for Lake Region at their own 46. The clock is moving. Mananco was the tackler there for Freeport as he stopped a potential bid. McMurray breaking outside. He'll get 13 yards and a first down. Let's see if Freeport is starting to sub here, because it looks like some of the guys are not in for Freeport. I don't see Murhammer at the nose tackle. They have started to sub some players in. Again, with a 38-point lead, it's natural. Give some kids some experience on the defense. Massey darting around, but he goes nowhere, loses a yard. Cassell out there, Tony Cassell on the tackle. Second and 10. And Murray was getting hauled down by Benedict, but he had handed off. The clock continues to move. We're heading towards the 8-minute mark. It's Gage Arsenal at nose tackle now for Freeport. Number 70, senior. Marcus Dennison also checks in for Freeport on defense. Handoff and hauled backwards. Nice play there by the Falcons. Connor Fox. And a hand on him and pulled him back. We'll bring up a 4th down and 4 now for Lake Region. Close look at the Lake Region offense as they break huddle. They got some big kids both in the line and in the backfield. Freeport has not worried about the size disadvantage whatsoever. Their speed and strength. Little throw in the flat. Looks like it's complete. It'll be enough for the first down. McMurray just able to get it off as he was being barreled in on. Under 7 minutes now, and Still 38-0. Freeport. He'll hand to Massey. Massey off the left side. He'll pound forward for a nice gain. Gain of about 5 on the play. Arsenal in on the stop. Cam DeRocher, a sophomore, 77, just checks in. He's a big kid. It's his first action of the night. McMurray in the shotgun. 2nd and 5, bobbled. He'll decide to run. He loves to run. He'll dive for very near a first down. Panenka on the stop for Freeport, but let's see where they're spotting it. Are they giving them a first down? Looks like they're not. I got to look at it. No, don't stop the clock. It's a first down. So they'll give them the first down and then start the clock back up. So 1st and 10 at the 20. Lake Region's deepest penetration on the evening. Here in the 4th quarter. Again, it's coming against some of Freeport's second defense, but again, they're grinding. They're still fighting. McMurray under pressure. Lobs one high to the corner of the end zone. Double covered in the corner and knocked away by the Falcon defense. We got a player down on the field for Lake Region in the end zone, so we'll take a break. Back here with 5 minutes to play, 38-0, Freeport leading. Holland able to get back up, limp off the field as he appears to have shaken up his knee or ankle. And it's 1st and counterplay. McMurray keeps. He's brought down after a gain of about 4. Cassell in on the stop for Freeport. It's got to be 3rd down, doesn't it? And they threw the incomplete pass in the end zone. I think it's 3rd down and 7 now for Lake Region. Massey up the middle, big hole. And he fights his way down inside the 5. That'll be a first down. It'll be 1st and goal now for Lake Region as they try to get on the board for the first time tonight. Murray under center. We'll hand it off again. Massey. He's in. Touchdown. Massey chewing up a bulk of that yardage on the ground. Brent Massey, a senior. Go for the 2-point try. Holland limps back in. He's out split wide to the near side of the field. McMurray will cut inside and dive in for the 2-point conversion. 3.5 to play, and our score now 38-8 as Lake Region finally gets into the end zone and puts some points up on the board. Falcons now just want to try to get the ball and get a couple of first downs and run the clock out. Get out of here healthy and with a decisive win over a very good football team. Lake Region over talking about a potential onside kick. I'm sure that they're going to try. It seems silly for teams to do it when they're down by this much, but in a way you can't blame them. They're still trying to fight and get as many points as they can. An awful long time on the sideline discussing it. Second half here has been not the excitement we saw in the first, but Freeport scored the first points of the half and got up by 38. Lake Region now has scored and kicked an extra point. Freeport, Cogswell called a fair catch, and then he started to run. He was, again, the ball fielded at the 29. Freeport will have it first down and 10. Freeport going with their second offense here. Again, now it's no longer a 35-point lead, so they don't run the clock, which is silly at this point. Stay in bounds. Tony Cassell on the run. He'll gain about 8 yards, stays in bounds, thankfully, and they'll keep the clock moving. Handoff up the middle and a first down for Freeport. Lake Region now has gone to their second defense as well, so a little more operating room for Freeport's second, and clock continues to move as we head to the 2-minute mark here. Again, a very impressive win for the Falcons, doing most of the damage in the first half. Again, Ulrichsen got the scoring going. Then it was Benedict on the screen pass, breaking a tackle, spinning off the tackle, going in from 30-plus yards. Then it was Aiden Mishu on a screen pass, a quick little screen out in the flat. One step, broke a tackle as well, and darted down 30-plus yards on the other side of the field. Nice toss and run right there. And then it was Trey Morris on a Z-back sweep coming in motion, and quarterback Panciocco turned and handed to him on as he's in motion, came around the near side of the field and cut inside, had room, accelerated, and then had two guys. One guy got a hand on him, broke the tackle, and then just off to the end zone. Him in green grass. 84-yard scoring play. And then here in the fourth quarter, it was Colby Petrin from 4 yards out. And then we had Massey scoring the touchdown for Lake Region, and McMurray darting in for the 2-point conversion. And that's where we are at 38-8 as we go under 40 seconds to play. This could be our last play here, hopefully. And the Falcons will improve to 2-0 on the season and 2 very impressive wins. Didn't see the game against Morse, but I can tell you that this Lake Region team is not bad. This is an impressive Freeport team, and the Falcons take a knee, and that'll be it. The Falcons with a big win tonight, and they finish the game 38-8. For my cameraman, Devin Ricker, and our helper, Andrew Brousseau, I'm Jay Harper saying so long. Thanks for watching Freeport Falcon Football. Have a good night.